So, if there's any doubt about whether or not Putin pulled the trigger, Putin arranged the assassination of Prigozhin, now we have been told that the black box has been found in the Tver region where the plane went down, and investigators have discovered this along with objects and documents that will establish the circumstances of the plane crash and presumably exonerate the president from all involvement in any sort of assassination attempt. And we should expect no less. This is the full weight, the full might of the FSB is there to establish Mr. Putin's innocence. Because the assumption across Russia is that Putin is responsible for downing that aircraft, that business jet flying from Moscow to St. Petersburg that crashed on the 23rd of August, and a jet that has never had any known failures. You know, there's no reason for this jet to have come down, particularly flying at that altitude and so on. That's what we're told. And I think that's probably far more convincing than the idea that Putin was not involved in some sort of plot. Now, maybe they can they will have to blame this on Ukrainian a Ukrainian missile attack, but there's no other, and that hasn't been mentioned so far. It's quite extraordinary that has not been mentioned. And Ukraine has absolutely denied that it was involved. We go back to what Cicero used, the principle of Cicero's, and Cicero in ancient Rome would say, cui bono, who benefits? And there is only one person who benefits from that, and this is Mr. Putin. Now, of course, he may not in the end benefit, because there are people around Russia, some of them currently in Ukraine, who are stamping and snarling at what has happened. Prigozhin had a lot of support. Prigozhin really was probably the most effective of the military operators in Ukraine. He was the most feared, and he was the most vengeful and violent. So, he's come up against somebody with his own character. A sausage wielder with enough force to make a rival hot dog. And Mr. Putin, I'm sure Mr. Putin is worried at the moment, because some of the mercenary groups are promising to march on Moscow and not to stop at the Ring Road, as Prigozhin did, and not to claim that they are simply out to get the generals Gerasimov and Shoigu to resign. No, they will be out for Putin. And one option Putin's got, which he's already enforced, is that people in the Wagner militia are to swear an oath of loyalty to him in front of the Russian flag. But we wait to see whether or not that happens. And in the meantime, is there confirmation that Prigozhin was definitely on board? Actually, there isn't. There isn't. People are saying in the comments section, oh, we know that Prigozhin was there. No, we know that Prigozhin was on the list of passengers. We now know 10 bodies have been found, but we haven't had absolute confirmation that one of them is Prigozhin and the other one is Utkin. That's been extraordinarily veiled. Why? Anyway, will the black box tell us anything more than we already know? I think we can't assume the black box is going to tell the truth, can we?